all the executive order says is like, look, when a flag is burned, federal law enforcement should come in and make sure that other crimes like theft, destruction of property are fully enforced.
Welcome to The Debrief, where we talk with the Washington Examiner's top journalists about the headlines they're covering and where the story's going next. I'm Sarah Bedford, and I'm here with commentary editor Conn Carroll. Conn, conservatives this week actually joined the libs in freaking out a little bit about Donald Trump's executive order regarding criminalizing flag burning. But you guys on the Washington Examiner editorial side did an editorial that suggests the actual order that Trump issued is not that aggressive. Explain that.
Sure. So, Trump did say at the signing that, he was going to make it, a years in jail for burning the flag.
Right.
Which would be unconstitutional for a number of reasons, not just because of the Supreme Court case from 1988, Texas v. Johnson, that said burning the flag could not be criminal, but also because the president generally can't create new crimes by executive order. You generally need legislation for that. But if you actually read the order, it doesn't actually criminalize anything. What the order actually does say is that when a flag is burnt, that law enforcement, whether it's the federal or state level, really should look at all those surrounding incidents, and if there are any crimes broken in the process of it, then those crimes should be prosecuted to the furthest extent of the law. Which is interesting because when you actually look at the case, Texas versus Johnson, when the Supreme Court did say, there 48 states at the time actually had laws on the books criminalizing the burning of the flag, as did Congress. It was a federal law as well. But the court decision struck down the Texas law. But when you look at the facts of that case, right, the flag burner in question actually didn't own the flag that he burned. It was a flag from a protest that had been stolen from a building and then burnt. So this was A, theft, and B, destruction of someone else's property. Those are still crimes.
Right.
And so all the executive order says is like, look, when a flag is burned, federal law enforcement should come in and make sure that other crimes like theft, destruction of property are fully enforced.
Some folks on the right were defending this order from Donald Trump, even if it had been written to match what Trump's rhetoric was when he was signing it. And they point to instances where, trans rainbow crosswalks, for example, were defaced by people doing donuts.
Right.
And those crimes were charged as hate crimes. So they say, why should there be some sort of double standard? What do you say to that argument?
No, I totally agree with them. When you look at some of these incidents, often it's, trans like sidewalks or things like this. And so you have people that are doing donuts or whatever else. And, when people, in my hometown of Oakland, you have these huge car get-togethers where they get together and they, mark up the streets. No one cares, no one prosecutes that. But if you do that on a gay sidewalk, all of a sudden it's the end of the world.
Right.
And that is a clear double standard. And I think this executive order does look at that and say, look, if there is a defacement of public property, which I think is what the underlying crime is, and we're going to, prosecute to the full extent of the law, if it's a gay flag in question, we should do the exact same, if not more, for the flag.
Politically, what do you think of this move? Setting aside, the legal arguments about the constitutionality and stuff, Donald Trump has this way of sort of getting the left to defend super unpopular things.
Right.
I mean, do you think that politically it's smart? Are we going to see libs burning flags in the streets
I think that's
soon?
what this is. This is designed to do. I mean, just as his, calling the National Guard for Washington, D.C. is designed to get Democrats to defend crime in big cities, which they then did, even though, the vast majority of American people are like, yeah, crime is too high. Democrats are like, oh, no, it's fine, it's great. So Trump wants to get Democrats to defend crime. Trump wants to get Democrats to defend burning the flag. And yeah, this is definitely designed to get Democrats in protest to start burning the flag so that Trump can then, film all these flag burning and say, this is your Democratic Party, this is what you're voting for. And they fell for it on the crime thing. We'll see if they fall for it on the burning the flag. I think they're just mad enough and crazy enough to do so.
Maybe they learned their lesson, but probably not.
Probably not.
Conn, thanks so much for being here
Absolutely.
today. You can get more from Conn and the rest of the commentary team at washingtonexaminer.com.